Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Happy Halloween to all of you guys who are in the United States. Today is Halloween, guys. Tonight we're going to have probably 300 to 400 children out here trick-or-treating at the house, so it is very cool. We have everything decorated outside, so very cool to see. So right now we are in 37-36, so almost 2/3 of the way through chapter 37. Since we were here last week, we have 55,000 diamonds. That is right, guys. We did pick up that climbers pack that was in here. The advancement rewards, when we finish out 36 and move into 37, we'll be able to pick up another 9,000 diamonds there. So definitely worth a purchase if you're looking to pick up something. What's going on? Let's see who we got here. We got Dark Blaine here as always. Thanks for joining us. Levi, the King's Gardener, Mr. Boy Scout, a football team fan. Samid, Use Space is here. Doing great, guys. It is Halloween. Finally. So with our 55,000 diamonds, we're going to do some summons. I am hoping to add 1 star on Athalia. Athalia, I'm actually going to build out with the rest of our furniture, and we do want to do the engraving to start moving into somewhat of the PvP aspect. And then we are also looking for more copies of Zorath. As you can see, I got his gear set earlier today. So we did deck him out with all of the tier 3 gear. We do not have any furniture for him right now, even though he's been in the wish list for, I think this is the 4th or 5th week that he has been in the wish list. We have not had the opportunity to pull any of his furniture. So unfortunately, we'll still continue. We have nothing in here as of right now. Yep, we will definitely do summonings. Guys, we will do the stargazing. We'll make sure, which unit are you currently in the process of giving engraving mats? I want to build out Maria. I want to build out Athalia. So many of you know Athalia is probably the #1 priority when it comes to PvP. She is also a very high priority in PvE because you can put her on one specific target. It is pretty strong. Zorath is another hero that I know with that 3 of 9 furniture. He does very well. When you look at the regular accounts, if you guys have been following all of the live streams that we've been doing for the last couple months, we have all of our light bearers done. So we just have a couple more copies of Walker and he will be done. We are building out K-Sauce and that will be it for the Maulers. The Wilders are done short of Mishka, need a couple more copies there. The Graveborn are completely done short of adding a couple more stars to heroes. And on here, we need Zafriel. We still need copies of the newer heroes like Titus, and then of course just adding stars. On here, we need to finish out Mortis. We have Zekus, which most players don't worry about. We have Leofric, which again, most players don't even build, which is the nature with a lot of the Celestials and Hypogeans. And then we do have our full stack here when it comes to the Dimensionals. Doing great, guys. We had a Halloween party last night, which was a lot of fun. What's going on, Sheen Evil? Had a Halloween party last night. Was a lot of fun. Cannot wait to go trick-or-treating with the kids tonight, which would be cool as well. All right, so hopping right into the bag. We will do our summons. We have a total of 6 Elite Hero Soul Stones. Hopefully some Celestials and Hypogeans. Ultimately, I'll show you what my thoughts are when it comes to building out the heroes in just a minute out of the store. And the logic behind kind of what I'm thinking. But let's see if we can get lucky with the viewer summons here. Boom, #1. Not too bad. We got K-Sauce. Overall, not really the best. Most of these heroes are already 5 stars. But as you guys know, once we start getting Legendary Plus with building these heroes, because we have additional food, we are recycling them for more Elite Stones, and we are recycling them for, more importantly, Twisted Essence. So as we continue to build, the Twisted Essence out of there is mainly coming from the duplicate copies of heroes that we get. So we're recycling in here. That adds another star to Peggy. And again, closer to being completely done with all of these heroes. Resonating Crystal, we're at 486. I've been pushing a couple levels a week, which is awesome. I want to get this to 500 plus to go ahead and build that out. Noble Tavern, we've gotten a lot of scrolls out of the events that are going on. Guys, the Halloween event right now, you get scrolls every day, which is good. Are you going to be doing Mizoth? Eventually, William. Mizoth hasn't really made it into very meta formations, which is kind of the big reason that I'm not really focused on him. When you go down the priority list, he is pretty low on the priority when it comes to building him. So having another tank, and a lot of players notice that when you start getting into bigger level deficiencies, the tanking class is almost completely obsolete, which kind of sucks. We've talked about this again many other times before. In this Elder Tree, I really feel like this is a spot they could make tanks viable, guys. This would be awesome. If they built a damage mitigation factor, even a smaller percentage, you would bring back the viability of the tanks through the Dura's Fortitude and the Elder Tree if they just took and added a little bit more in here when it comes to, again, the survivability. When you get to level deficiencies, it is about the crowd control. That's really it. What's going on? Me too. I'm stuck on chapter 10. Chapter 10 just takes time, guys. That is it. The game is not a super race. Here we're going to go with Wilders because we want to continue to build Mishka. Here we still have 6 more days before we can get the copies, and we'll take her up to Ascended. So I'm hoping that we can pull 1 or 2 copies of Mishka. That way we don't have to utilize all of those desired summons, and we can finish out a couple other heroes that we have in there. All right, so the summons, really hoping that we can pull some elites out of here, but just a couple more food. 61 of our common scrolls here. Boom, we got an elite. Is it going to be a hero we need? It is a copy of Ira. Just some more food. What's going on, Hyatt? And Act Free is here as well. Thank you guys for joining us. We are about 118. We're about 118 subscribers away from 20,000, guys. It is so close to being completely hitting my goal of 20,000 subscribers. And if we could do it today, it would be crazy. And a double right there, guys. It is Walker, which we need. It is Ty Lee, which we need. Very nice. Even though Walker is really questionable. Players don't use him. Obviously, he's kind of garbage. Ty Lee, however, players are finding that when she has her plus 30 signature item, when she has that 9 of 9 furniture, and then when you power her up with engraving, players are using her chapter 40 plus because of the immunity factor and how much damage she can put out in a short amount of time. I've seen a couple formations that they were using Ty Lee, but she does take a super heavy investment. Have you tried any other idle games? Felix, I have. So we have tried a significant amount. I used to play Idle Heroes. I played Raid a little bit and always came back to AFK Arena. I know there's a lot of games that are similar to AFK Arena, but ultimately this is where we came back to. We went through a lot of different titles, and ultimately this is where we landed, guys. Another copy of Solus. I believe she is already maxed out as well. So 3 pulls for our Wilders. Again, hoping Mishka we can get a copy of, but we are going to pull quite a bit of food here as well. There we go, guys. 1 elite, and we have 1 summon left, which is Ogi. It's very cool to see when Ogi comes up. What's going on? Ursher of Breaking My Heart. What are the best E30 in the 4 factions? Your top 3. We have a couple tier lists out there. If you guys check, I did a tier list actually for each faction on the top 3. We can run through them really quick, but ultimately, I mean, even looking at the heroes, here you have Maro, you have Rowan. Rowan actually does pretty well. A lot of people have used Hendrik, does really well. And the Maulers, Ty Lee, again, if you're really building her out. Kren, most players have built out. Sophia is still kind of on the fence just because they redid this. This wasn't the original engraving, so they did change this one, and they did add a stun effect in there. In the Wilders, I like Zorath, guys, because he is an absolute boss killer. Raku, of course, another hero to definitely build out of this faction. Graveborn, Grez. Grez is used in the Twisted Realm. Absolutely, I would build Grez. Pharrell is very strong when it comes to engraving. Oden, again, very strong in engraving. Here, I built Ulna. We took Ulna to a plus 60, which I think someone just asked about a plus 60 Ulna. She does surprisingly well. And the big thing with her is the survivability. And what's going on? Zyping? Brand new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for the subscription. That is 1 closer to our 20,000, guys. Yeah, we know the power of Alna, and any way that I can keep her alive, especially with this plus 60 engraving, makes a big difference because that is stacking stats. Not only do you get the ability right here to lose additional dodge points, but you put a ton of stats behind these heroes. And that's what I think is really the biggest thing when it comes to engraving, is the amount of stats that you're adding to them. It is kind of crazy to see how many additional stats. You know, they're getting haste. They're also getting a lot of the off stats. Like when you look at the crit amplification, the crit block rating, a lot of things of that nature, they've really built in there. AFK Arena is the father of all. Yeah, AFK Arena has been out 2+ years, guys. All right, so we want one copy of Athalia is what I want to pull, because I want her to be done out of the shop and I want to be able to engrave her. So I'm hoping we're not going to have to burn through too many cards here or too many diamonds. The first one, we just get a couple resources in there. Pull number 2, there it is, guys. So we got one copy of Athalia, which it looks like someone's in here just summoning up Rose. Then we're going back to Zorath, guys. And look at it, Act Free, another new subscriber, guys. Again, one more closer to that 20,000 mark. So Zorath, we have it Mythic. One more copy will take him to Mythic Plus. Then we need 4 to actually take him up to Ascended. Which, again, I'll go over in the shop, kind of what I'm thinking. And the logic behind it. There we got double elite cards. That is a pretty good pull with some faction gear. There we go, guys. Another copy of Zorath, which gives us 4 left to get him all the way up to Ascended. Got some more gear right there. Not seeing any more elite cards. Boom. Got another elite card right there. Still also waiting for that 30,000 diamonds, guys. The amount of summons that we do on here are insane. I've gotten it a couple times. There's another copy, guys, that gives us 3. Only 3 copies left, and he will be Ascended. Would love to see 3 copies in a pull, guys. That would be crazy. And the final pull here, guys. Can it be a copy of Zorath? No, just some more resources. And I hate getting arena cards in here. The arena tickets out of here, to me, are just pointless. They really need to do something with the Dura's fragments as well. I feel like once you have the artifacts maxed out, they need to change this over to the class-specific artifacts, because it does take a considerable amount of time. And godlike, another new subscriber, guys. That is already 3 subscribers. Very nice. Thank you for the subscription. Does Khazard's plus 30 signature item only work when he's alive? It does work when he is dead. That is the reason, Crack and Crunch, why a lot of people put him up front, because he's just fodder. It will still continue to work. From my understanding, not sure if Sheen Evil knows anything different, but from my understanding, it works even when he is dead. Guys, and there is the engraving. That's what we are looking for with Athalia. And then we're gaining 1 more level here. Boom, to Zorath, taking him to Mythic Plus. So 3 copies to Zorath. Now, what I was saying a little bit earlier, when it comes to the store, so we have Athalia Ascended, we have Aziz, we have Zorath Ascended, or excuse me, Orthos Ascended. We have Zorath, we need 3 copies. So we're going to buy Zorath out of here until he is Ascended. Flora, we already have 3 stars. So I was kind of on the fence versus continuing to just add stars to these primary heroes, or buying copies of Flora. And the logic behind this is, if I'm picking up extra copies of Flora, in addition to Lilith giving us copies of Flora, I can actually recycle them in here to pick other heroes that I want. So again, my thought here is, if I max out Wukong, if I max out Flora, in the next couple weeks and months, I will have copies of Flora, I will have copies of Wukong. I can replace them for other heroes that come up in here, especially if there is a Celestial or Hypogean hero. That is a super high broken priority, is I will have copies of heroes in here just to swap them out and build them. Again, kind of just throwing around an idea. I don't know the thoughts on it from Sheen Evil, but ultimately I think if I could stack Wukong and Flora in there while building out the other heroes, is I could swap to get a bunch of copies if there comes a Celestial or a Hypogean that is a super high priority hero, I can just swap and pick up multiple copies of him and actually test him out and make him viable. Is it the same with Albeto's plus 30 signature? Is she still buff the dimensionals when she's dead? I believe that is the case too. So her plus 30 signature item makes a very big difference. Remember, to really make Albedo viable, you have to have this 3 of 9 furniture because that triggers the immunity right here. If she dies too quick, it doesn't work. Yep, and there you go. So Sheen Evil says, yes, that was my thought as well. So these abilities will carry over even if the hero is dead, which is good. It looks like here we got 120 more stones, guys. That is awesome. That is 2 more heroes. Let's go ahead and pop these open. Boom. Didn't get any Celestials or Hypogeans out of there, but that's okay. Because again, we got a lot more food. We're going to hit up some Poke Coins, and then we're going to go right back into the campaign, guys. All of these chests, all of these resources, we just continue to pull out of the Stargazer. We're getting to a point where a lot of the copies that we're getting out of the Stargazer are duplicates, which we can recycle, which is good. Again, we're farming up Twisted Essence. We've maxed out 1 branch of the Elder Tree. If you looked here, guys, this branch is actually maxed out until I get some more heroes, some more Ascended heroes to actually bring this up, or some more built heroes to bring this up. And then we're starting to get higher in the rest of these branches, which is very cool to see. All right, so our Poke Coins. Will there be a 20K special? Yes, there is. Yes, definitely we will do a special. We'll do a big giveaway for 20K. Really deciding which way we're going to do it. If we're going to do, you know, like 1 larger gift card or a larger reward. If we're going to do multiple smaller rewards. Usually we take a vote on that from all of the subs of the channel. So we'll see exactly what we're doing. So 27,000 Poke Coins. So in a week, guys, we got 27,000 Poke Coins. So very cool to see. And again, we have Zorath in here, and we've never pulled his furniture. It's been, again, well over a month, I think month and a half, possibly even longer that we've had him in here with 0 pieces of mythic furniture every single time. I don't know what AFK Arena has against Zorath and his furniture. There is another piece for Merlin. Merlin, we want 9 of 9. We have to get him 9 of 9. We've been running a lot of teams, especially our PvP team. We need him 9 of 9. Which there is Desira. I think that takes her to 8 of 9. And back-to-back mythic right there, guys. Which is another piece for Athalia. She is the hero that we're taking 9 of 9 right now. So we're going to use our red cards, try to build her up to that 9 of 9 furniture. Because we want that bleed effect to go on everybody, making her way stronger. And I believe Desira right there will take her to 9 of 9. There we go, guys. Desira. So she is naturally 9 of 9, pulling those 2 pieces of furniture. And it seems like every week that we are dropping heroes out of here. Prince of Persia, Arthur, or Scrag. Hyatt, all of those heroes will work well. Arthur, 3 of 9, works exceptional. If you are using Scrag, specifically for your last hero, Prince of Persia, we already have 9 of 9, works very well. If you are using Scrag, he has to have 9 of 9, guys. The Scrag Invade team, if you are utilizing the hero, if you are using Scrag, he has to have 9 of 9. To give the attack rating, the damage mitigation, and also the energy regeneration. Without that specific furniture on that specific hero, Scrag doesn't work. It's just like what we see with Zorath. If he doesn't have that 3 of 9, he doesn't work. Same with heroes like Rain. If she doesn't have that 3 of 9, she does not work at all. The hero is honestly just complete garbage if you do not have her built to that level. And you know what? I'm going to put Mahira in here. I'm thinking Mahira, because we already have Wukong's got a little bit. They're all 9 of 9. The thing is, I look not only in the 9 of 9, so the feasibility of the furniture that we have on heroes, but in addition, I look at the heroes that I use. So I use Mahira, the Mahira with Rose and Khazard. the extra stats it's going to bring, the extra abilities, the little bit of extra damage can make a difference in there when it comes to building the heroes out. In most of these, we have 9 of 9. Even here, I mean, Theowen, possibly. Kelthar, we still never pulled a piece of furniture for Kelthar either. Saurus, we still have in here building out. Lorzen, we could build as well, but usually we just use him for, we utilize him for the Thorn cheese. And here, we have a couple that we could build out. Most of them are priority. You know what? We could put Brutus in here. Brutus we use. We know Taylor we use for the tower. So you know what? I'm going to put Brutus in here. Thoughts on the Distan? Isn't that the Prince of Persia? I think that's Prince of Persia. How much of a boost for the 3 of 9 to 9 of 9 Thorn cheese? Makes a pretty big difference. The big thing there is you have to have that massive level deficiency for the Prince of Persia, or for the Thorn cheese to work. If you start stacking furniture on Thorin, he will take less damage, and as a result, he will actually, it's a more difficult time to cheese because of the damage he's taking. Is it worth engraving Thorin? Now, my thoughts, and I don't know, again, what Sheen Evil thinks. Most players have said 30, taking him to the plus 30 engraving for Thorin is good. The plus 60 is entirely overkill, which again, I don't use the Thorn cheese that much. Even the formations I did today, we dropped out the Thorn cheese. I actually took it out. So we're not going to be using that today because it takes an insane amount of time. But ultimately, JKH, that's what a lot of players have said, is the plus 30 for Thorin, which I think I put like 3 on him, 16 on him. So we're taking him to the plus 30. They have said this is good, that the plus 30 is good. The plus 60, there's no reason for it. There's no need when it comes to the Thorn cheese. So kind of whatever you're thinking there. Even here, this is how most players run Thorin, with the weapon and boots, and that's it. And then this is usually the call. This is usually the formation if you're doing the Thorn cheese. But let's go ahead, guys. We got all of our summons. So not too impressed with the summons, but we definitely got a couple more heroes and we got some more food. We're building. So what I do right now is when we have heroes, so we have Walker, which we just need, I think, 1 more copy, 2 more copies, and he will be ascended. But what I do right now is we're building food. So right here we have double food. So we have 2 legendary plus, so we can use a copy here. Oh, they didn't copy them. They didn't put our copies together. So we'll actually use double copies here. And I'll show you exactly why I'm doing this. So we already have a copy of Hogan, which is fine. So we'll go ahead and we'll use this one. Already have a copy, which we know. That takes him to Legendary Plus. Now, I hold on to 2. So we have Angelo and we have Hogan right here. So Rickety Cart, the only way you can retire your heroes is if you have 60 Ascended heroes. Guys, that is right. 60 Ascended heroes. And what's going on? JKH, another new subscriber. That's already 4 for today, guys. So since I have 3 in here that are Lightbearer, we take 1 and we recycle it. I carry 2 of each faction. So we have 2 of our Wilders here. We have 2 of our Graveborn here. We have 3 of our Lightbearer here. So this one I'm going to retire. The reason is right there, guys. 23,000 hero coins. That is what we want. In addition to our essence, we want those hero coins. Now, with those hero coins, what we're doing is recycling them in the barracks, and we are buying Twisted Essence. This is essentially a way, when you get to a point in AFK Arena, this is a way to power level the Twisted Essence, to power level the Elder Tree. So we've been buying all these out every month with 12 days left. We've also been buying out all 4 of these every month. So if I can retire 2 or 3 more heroes, I need, I think, 3 more. I can actually buy out that extra 1,000, giving me more levels into my Elder Tree every time. In every month, we're power leveling this Elder Tree. That's how I've actually just been maxing it out and leveling that up. What does the lock hero function? If you lock the hero, you can't accidentally get rid of them. That's the big thing. So if you lock a hero in here with the little right there, you cannot use it in the Temple of Ascension. you cannot use it accidentally and kill a hero you don't want to. Oh, the 33%. If you guys have noticed this, here's a 25, here's a 28, a 38. Hannibal's at 7. There's a 12 up there. That is from the Hellscape. So if you guys, a lot of players don't have this option. The Cursed Realm down here is for high level players. Shamira just came up. So this is in addition, you can see here, number 340 and number 1 right there, guys. I haven't done this one for this week, but essentially they're giving you rewards depending on your rank. So last boss that we fought, we came into 33 was where we were at. So looking down here, we got quite a bit of loot. It's actually pretty good. So 33, we got elemental cores, which is awesome. So I think we landed in this one, but free elemental cores every week, more elemental shards, and of course, Twisted Essence. Now that is in addition to what we pull out of this Twisted Realm. So now again, the Twisted Essence, I'm getting it every 2 days out of the bosses within the Twisted Realm, and I'm getting it every single week with engraving mats out of the Cursed Realm. So it's very cool. The Cursed Realm, I think it's for a lot higher end game players, but ultimately guys, the Cursed Realm, if you're at the level where you're in the Cursed Realm, you need the engraving mats. You have to there has to be a viable way to get engraving mats. Lilith has said that they are going to provide us more opportunities similar to this to get engraving mats, and that is another one. What's going on, Bill? Yeah, just go ahead and throw the questions in there. Thank you for joining us for the stream. How can I share a union? I'm not sure what you mean about the unions. So union, if you have, oh, you mean the heroes. So the supporting heroes here are the heroes your friends can share. So that's it. So right here, I can remove Saurus. So nobody will be able to use my Saurus as a union. You have to pick the hero in here that they're going to share or that they're going to use. And I believe that is how you pick it up from other players. So if I put Silas in here, now Silas in here, choose which friends you'd like to help your friends and guildmates. So I believe those are the heroes that you can hire for the unions. I don't have Zafriel. You can see these are the heroes that have him available to hire to go ahead and put him in here to get your union bonuses. That's how you do it, Bill. Is the heroes that you put into the support heroes are the heroes other players can borrow. What's going on, Great Day? Thank you for joining us. Did casuals compact all of their best players into one guild? Justin, we actually went into a couple different guilds. So the restructuring of a lot of guilds. So we've talked about this a little bit before. A lot of the player base in AFK Arena, when Engraving came out, a lot of players quit. Plain and simple, a lot of players quit. Yeah, we can go ahead. I know this is going to take a while to get through the chapters. I set all my teams. I set all my gear. I'm hoping these teams are going to work, and we dropped out the Thorn cheese, guys. We didn't want to do the Thorn cheese. So this is a perfect time to ask and answer questions because this takes a while. Most of the team comps within the campaign, 5, 10, 15 minutes to get through a single stage such as this. And I'm hoping, again, these teams are going to work out a little bit better than average, but we're going to have to see. So it looks like here Isolde is a monster when it comes to the campaign to try to get down, but Ezio takes him out, guys. Yeah, that's it. What's going on, Minecraft? Yeah, the King's Gamer wants to see the campaign progression. Yep, we will push it through, guys. And again, it seems like some of these stages are just going to take time. And that's what a lot of players have said. It just takes time. Damon versus Thorn. There it is. Stitchy at his best. That's why we bought the Teddy Bear, guys. I love the Teddy Bear. This is the Zorath combination. So Zorath, we definitely got stronger. Now remember, if Khazar dies, the effects of that plus 30 signature item do stay in there. So this is just going to be about Mahira with that chain stun that she has going on. What RC level is needed to get to 1 billion power? I'm not even sure when it comes. when it comes to the power itself. First two we got through pretty quick. Look at Rowan. That's my boy Rowan, just holding it down there, guys. What do I think about Leonardo? Is really good. Leonardo is another one of those heroes that you have to have built. That 9 of 9 furniture that Leonardo has is very powerful, guys, because it increases, I believe it's a 45% damage addition. That is huge. It is absolutely huge when it comes to his ability to do damage. He can lock down heroes, and a lot of players do run Leonardo with Khazard again for that big duration buff when it comes to Leonardo locking everybody out. And this one, I know Zorath is not quite up to par, but I'm hoping we can get this one down. And it's not going to work if we got Rosa and Mahira dying this quick. Another combination is putting Rowan up front sometimes. That way he can mitigate a ton of damage. That's why many of you know Rowan is my favorite hero, guys. And it's because of that damage mitigation factor that he offers. Even Khazard's just hanging out over there with the enemy team, freezing everyone together. But this is how this specific team is supposed to work. The chain stuns, they just kill themselves. So Thorn is taking out Nara. Nara, in turn, is killing Thorn with the Mesmerize. Boom. There we go, guys. That's how we do. Did I purchase the King's Tower? Idris, absolutely, guys. I did pick that one up. How does the Thorn cheese work, and what comps do you recommend? Thorn cheese, the easiest way that the cheese works is Thorin, Kelthar, and Lorzen. That is really the easiest way that most players run the Thorn cheese. That's the most traditional way we kind of see it, is just running those three, allowing Thorin to do an incredible amount of damage. 1.05 billion damage right there. And this is my Prince of Persia team. Boom. There is the ult, guys. Prince of Persia is so cool with those stuns. Look at that. Just chain stun. It's crazy with the chain stun. Yeah, Leonardo I do like. I do like Leonardo. So let's check out our damage here, guys. Look at that. Almost 100, almost a billion. The Grez putting up almost a billion damage there. Damon 849, but look at Raku, guys, 791, and we didn't even have him on taking off the auto. We know the auto, or the ultimate ability doesn't do as much damage, so we could actually increase his damage there. This one, look at that, 510, 640, awesome, crazy, crazy. And then billion damage there. And of course, Ain's 1.09 billion damage, which is awesome. What's going on, Kiss? Doing great today. Finally getting Stargazer cards from the Faction Tower. Yes, that is a big game changer, guys. Is Mahira worth getting the plus 30 signature item? Yes, Mahira is definitely worth that plus 30 signature item. Because it affects the energy regeneration. I'm not recalling it offhand, but it does. I'll look at it in a second. It does affect the energy regeneration that she has. If at full health, any excessive healing ability or effects that Mahira receive will be converted into energy. Now remember, Rose is following her, and usually in that formation is Rowan. And she does have some abilities, I believe, that regenerate her health. I think her whip does. 50% of damage inflicted by this ability is converted into health. So again, the plus 30, when at full health, this will affect the energy regeneration that she's doing, which is the big reason. Do you think Khazard, Prince, and Leonardo will be a good comp? It works. It does work. So a lot of players do run that comp. So they put Khazard here, Mahira in the middle, and then Leo up here. They can lock out an entire team, and we've seen it before where they're it completely locks out the team in its entirety. 100% totally locked out. Look at that, guys. 1.81 billion damage. That is right, guys. That is why we build Lucretia. That is why we got her to that plus 60 engraving. 1.8 billion damage right there. And of course, it takes some RNG to get it to work, but it does. I'm back. So the mission didn't work. It says share a summon or a new hero. Oh, so that one, Bill, if you're just starting, yeah, new to AFK Arena, which I believe what you said, you have to share it on Facebook. I think there is a share button. So when you do, I think when you do a summon, you get to share it. You can share it. This one, again, just takes a little bit of RNG to get this to work. But I still love the 5-pole, guys. This is such a cool formation. How do you get the Dragon Bound crystals? So the Dragon Bound crystals come from defeating the Abyssal Expedition boss, which I believe, if we go through here, I believe I already have a bunch of them. Even though Trading Hub, so Dragon Bound crystals, Dragon Bound. The Dragon crystals are earned for defeating the Abyssal Expedition boss. So once you kill the Abyssal Expedition boss, you do get Dragon crystals. The bound ones are what you get for selling items. So once you defeat the boss, Militia Trade, items will pop up in here. Your guild can bid on them. If no one bids on it, it goes to the global auction house. If it is sold here, you get a percentage of bound Dragon crystals is what you get out of there. So that's how you do pick up those bound Dragon crystals, is if you get the sales. It's for the items that don't sell. How many red chests does it take to get to plus 40? 30 to 40, I believe, is 1,050 X James. So essentially, you can take 3 heroes from a plus 20 to a plus 30, or you can take one single hero to that plus 40, plus 30 to plus 40. And the big thing there is it is only stats. That's the thing to remember, is when you're looking at that team comp, is just the stats. What do you think is the hardest peaks of time? Minecraft, the hardest peaks of time is the one we had for Christmas. I think it's the frozen. I think it's the frozen something. The frozen. There's one in there that has something frozen, and it is just absolutely horrible to try to get through. The frozen escape, or the frozen, again, I forget the exact name of it, but it's the frozen something. What do you think is the best dimensional hero? Honestly, when you look at the dimensional heroes, there's no doubt Ainz. And I was going to swap the formations. Let me put this one up front. And then we'll swap. We got Athalia. That'll work. Honestly, Ainz. Ainz is just the monster, guys. They've never made a hero that can do what Ainz does. When he ults, he destroys teams. Period. That is it. The ult will kill teams. It'll kill anything, really. And he is strong enough that, again, it will destroy and it will kill just about everything with that ult. See, these are some of the battles that I feel like I need Merlin up much higher. I need that initial 9 of 9 right off the bat to take less damage within these team comps. We can swap a couple ones in here, because I wonder if this team, and again, I need Zorath built. We could do the 5-pole as well, because we do have Nara back here. There it is. Thank you, Minecraft. Yeah, so it has a ton of chests in there, but it's very difficult to do. Even going through, so many of you know that I run 8 accounts. In total, I have 8 accounts. They've ran through that frozen expanse, and I've had problems on every single faction account. I've had problems on the free-to-play account. I have had problems with that specific that specific peaks of time forever. It's been just absolutely problematic for that peaks of time a ton. And I don't know why, but going through there, just the scaling of it or whatever it may be, is very difficult. And I don't really like this team very much. I was hoping Prince of Persia could get stuns up a little bit quicker, but we can also swap a couple other teams because we got all of these teams set. I don't think it swapped on that one. Yeah, Ibra, and that's just the easy way to put it. Definitely the strongest hero in the game. Ainz just is broken. Honestly, that's what a lot of players say. Ainz is just broken with the amount of damage that he puts out. Are you going to be making the new premier character Helios anytime soon? Sheen Evil, I thought about it. I thought about doing summons for him. What do you think of him? A lot of players have mixed reviews. I know a lot of guildies have been trying him within the Abyssal Expedition that have him completely maxed out and not very effective at all. So that's kind of the call that I've been getting from a lot of different people is overall Helios is not super effective, which to me is really disappointed to hear because I was hoping for a lot more from him. I was hoping that the buffs would be a lot stronger. I was hoping that I'd hear a lot of good things, and I haven't. What do I think about the engraving Athalia to 60? Absolutely. So Athalia is a hero that the engraving, and that's why we actually added that star on her. For PvP, she is absolutely broken, and a lot of players do run her in a lot of campaign formations as well. See here, I'm going to swap out Queen, and I like dropping Sophia in here. I think Sophia provides some stuns and also the damage mitigation. So with this Spectral Disruption, mitigating the damage that Lucretia's taking can make a big difference. Top 3 artifacts, really the ones that people use within the Trial of God. Number 1 is the Shroud, which a lot of players use. This one right here, the Shroud. A lot of people use the Shroud or the Longbow. A lot of players use the Windbinder. Is probably one of the absolute best. We know Chaosbringer, a lot of people use Dual Divinity. People have started using that, but it's very situational because you have to be on the enemy side. So there is stipulations to that one that a lot of players don't like, but you can definitely use it. I also have a second question. It says be victorious 20 times in the Labyrinth, and I'm 18 from 20 from his already completed Labyrinth. So Bill, the Labyrinth restarts every 2 days? Or no, yeah, every 2 days. So every 48 hours, the Labyrinth will restart. So you'll have another shot. You will have another shot. I'm not even sure what formations we're working in here. Let's take a quick look. So they use Thorn on this one. I am not doing Thorn, guys. Thorn. Well, you're kind of seeing a consensus here of what every player has been doing. Thorn. There we go. There's Lucretia. You know what? I'm going to copy shows. He was at level 520. Just for this first formation, I want to see how it works. So they drop Rowan in this formation. And Ullard I don't have built. That's going to be an interesting combination. I'm thinking the level deficiency had a lot to do with it. Because I really don't feel like this team for my build is going to work at all. Yeah, that's not going to work. No, Bill, that's ask any questions you need. It's the exact reason why we do the live stream. So just a quick backdrop, Bill. We started doing this live stream when AFK Arena came out years ago. When I started playing, I had a lot of questions similar to you. Being a new player to AFK Arena, to get answers to specific questions were very hard, which is the reason that I started doing YouTube. Honestly, you know, finding information, presenting it to you guys, coming out with these videos is the reason why I started doing YouTube originally, was to try to get the answers for things that I could not find answers for. So that is the reason. If you have questions, absolutely just ask away. There's so many people helpful in chat. Sheen Evil, Javid, a lot of players have a lot of knowledge for AFK Arena, so just drop them in there. Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to have to bite my tongue and use the Thorn cheese is what I'm thinking here. And you know what? Maybe we'll get lucky and the Thorn cheese will work without having to do it 12,000 times. Last time we tried the Thorn cheese, we did, I think, like an hour and a half of attempts with absolutely nothing. Even none of the heroes in there are we utilizing, but we'll see. It might not take an hour and a half to get the Thorn cheese down, but that's okay. You spectate on AE, you get the same rewards if you're playing. I believe Silent Killer, you get a little bit less. I think it is slightly less rewards. Yeah, there you go. So Stargazer used the same. You can try Brutus in front of Athalia. Yeah, that's true. What to do if you don't have Ainz? Honestly, if you don't have Ainz, use the Garrison shop, pick him up. Ainz, again, is probably the most broken hero there is in AFK Arena, period. Oh, which there we just had Athalia left. That was really close, guys. I wonder if, I think I took everything off these heroes. We'll just throw whatever I had, because again, I wasn't using the Thorn cheese, but I will throw the crap gear that we have on these heroes. There, we're just worried about the link. I just want Kalthar to do a little bit more damage. I feel like Kalthar can do considerably. Mixed feelings for him. For Helios, seems to me that the good hero on PvP, weak PvE. Curious if the Abyssal. So, and that's what I was talking about, Sheen. So a lot of players have said that he's not doing well. And again, we don't have him fully maxed out yet, but even the players that tested him on the test server said Helios is not doing well at all. So it'll be, again, it'll be interesting to see where the damage ends up or where his viability ends up. And I really hope they find a place for him. I hate having so many heroes that do kind of absolutely nothing. I think it kind of sucks to have Celestials and Hypogens like Leofric and Titus that nobody uses. And there's really no one has ever found a use for, which again, just kind of stinks. Do you get Dragon Crystals spectating? You should. As far as I know, I have not spectated before. If you guys seen, I am spectating this time. You should. As far as I know, you get the same rewards, including the Dragon Crystals. Because I think that would be a horrible reason to not spectate if you don't get those. I also love the new freestyle of Thorn. Already done 15:30 when do the customers restart? I'm not sure what you mean there, Bill. Yeah, Thorn, if you're using Thorn, yeah, Thorn's pretty cool. If you're using Thorn's a whole nother hero. We have him right down there at 4 stars. If you're, the costumes, if you mean the skins, the skins on the heroes, you have to earn. So we're earning his, if you see right there to the right side, that side, that is Thorin's skin that we're trying to earn. You have to do the Halloween event, I believe 10 times. Do the Halloween event 10 times, and then you will have Thorin's skin to put on there. If I get Ainz now, will I lose it tomorrow? If you garrison Ainz, you get Ainz for 30 days. So you will get Ainz for 30 days if you do garrison him, which is the reason why most players pick up Ainz. Having Ainz for 30 days is definitely worth it, guys. I only have one Ascended and it's fused with Ainz, but I'm having a hard time to clear with just Ainz currently. What should I do? Big thing with Ainz is you have to buy him time to ult. So again, that is really the biggest thing is you have to give Ainz the time to ult. So if you stack support heroes in there, if you stack tank heroes in there, that is the only way it's going to work for Ainz, is if you're putting heroes in there that are going to give him the ability to ult. That's really all you need. Raku, Gwen, or Grez to engraving first, and 30 to 60. Honestly, looking at that combination, I would do Grez first. And the reason is you use Grez for so much of the Twisted Realm is the reason I would. And the reason why I built him early is specifically for that Twisted Realm. I needed to maximize his damage to still stay relevant within the Twisted Realm and to also maximize the amount that I was getting out there. There, Athalia died early, so we weren't taking enough damage on that one. For free, yes. The Thorn skin is free to earn, guys. You just have to do that Halloween event 10 times, and you'll have that skin for free. He gets reconstructed. He gets 20% extra damage for 10 seconds. Oh, yeah, for Thorn, he gets that attack rating boost, which is the reason we're trying to take him up to that plus 30. I want that attack rating boost when he is resurrected. Is there any way to get Ainz permanent or not hire? So after you hire him 6 times, JKH, after 6 times, you can hire him for free. So you still do have to hire him, which I found out on the test server. You do still have to hire him, but you can hire Ainz for free after you garrison him 6 times. So you borrow them for 30 days. After the 30 days, you have to hire him 6 times. After the 6th time, you get him for free. Do you agree they should add another historic adventure or POT? Yeah, definitely, Philip. I think they should add those a lot more frequently than they do, especially because we have so many old voyages that they could just literally pop in there. The historic adventures, I don't think they're ever going to do anything with it because we don't have any more historic adventures. They're gone. They're all peaks of time now. I just defeated 37-16 today. My Ainz team struggled the most, even though I run my hero without Khazard and she's just legendary. A lot of it, Act Free, is just time. So as you're pushing into 37, now guys, remember, chapter 37 specifically has never been nerfed. So we have never seen any reductions. We have never seen any nerfs within this chapter specifically. They have nerfed all the way up to chapter 36. So I'm anticipating within the next probably 1, maybe 2 patches at most, they will start nerfing this, and we will start seeing the nerf going probably 37 to 40. I would assume with the next batch that's going out, because now they're getting, I believe, 45 plus on those chapters. Do I have the Flora skin? No, I do not. What's going on, Emmett? Thank you for joining us. The Flora skin I did not pick up. And the reason is we're putting a lot less into this account than we used to for the pay to win aspect of it. We've gotten to a point where, short of really pushing the PvP side of it, there's not that much we can't do, and not that much that we're not, pretty competitive with. I'm even seeing in the top 33% of players. We used to put a lot into this account, and now I've kind of limited it. We're still putting what we get in YouTube revenue, what I get in chat revenue. So if we get, the chat revenue, if we get the stickers, anything of that nature, we're putting those in there. And then a lot of the YouTube revenue still goes in here because it's kind of maintenance. So when we're buying the Climbers Pack, when we're buying, a lot of the rewards, it comes from what we make and what we create out of the account. And that's the way we've always done it. That's how we started the pay to win account, and that's what it's always been since we have been running it. Downloaded AFK Arena yesterday, and now I'm in chapter 5. Yeah, that's a good start. And a lot of it, you'll just find, Bill, is a grind. Honestly, it's really just the things that you do daily in AFK Arena is what makes the game what it is. It's not a game you're supposed to sit down and spend, 40 hours playing, but it's a game that you're going to put half an hour in every single day. And as you continue, especially being new to the game, you'll make a lot of progression fast, and that's how the game is built now. I'll see you later, Bill. Have a good day. I'm stuck on 2844. 2844 is kind of tough. That Emmett is a tough chapter or tough stage. There's a couple that are built in there that are pretty difficult to deal with, and this is why I don't like the Thorn cheese, guys, is I know it takes forever. Actually, you only need like 8 months and 360 crystal to enter 37. Yeah, and again, that's where they've made it relatively easy to get through 36 chapters in this game is not super difficult. Once you get into 37, this is where the players are finding the wall. And there we go, guys. That is the Thorn cheese. So it still does work just like that. Now we'll put Rowan in here. Rest of these, again, are just going to take a little bit of time to get through. But Thorn cheese worked, guys. You've seen it right there. Thorn cheese, hard at work. This one, let me see what else we got here. We got another Athalia comp, which is always a fun one. But this team might actually be able to run it pretty well. Or that's going to be a 5-pull. I'm making sure, see, we got Iran right there. And we got Al Negrez. You know what? I'm going to switch Al Negrez. Swap that up here. This is a team I don't like Tassie. We got it. What's going on, Blackfair? We'll do Entendre Engraving plus 60. As far as I know, for the Abyss on the last boss, it does more damage than Lucretia. I'm not going to do the plus 60 engraving on Entendre. And the big thing is with this Abyssal Expedition, I am spectating. So many of you guys know, again, big shout out to Sidlax. Running a lot of accounts. There's accounts that I'm running specifically within the Abyssal Expedition. This is not the account we're running, and they're running with casuals. I am spectating for another player. That way I don't have to put the time and effort into running the account. I can actually focus on a couple other things. And many of you guys also know we do have a second channel that covers NFT gaming, specifically Alluvium, Guild of Guardians, and we're kind of going back and forth with a couple things that are coming out with that. And both of those games are set to release January through March of next year, kind of Q1 next year. Those games are slated to release, so we're going to have to see what comes out from there. I was once literally AFK player on this game, but now it's always open. Yeah, I play it usually at lunch. I'm one specifically. So many of you know I got a full-time job. I play this a lot at lunch because it takes 10 or 15 minutes to eat. I have an hour lunch every single day. Not really much else to do when you have an hour lunch every single day for the remaining 50 minutes in there. But it's very cool. Even I no longer play this. Oh, One More Step doesn't even play and still join in the streams. Well, thank you for the support. That's awesome. I'm pushing the campaign with you. Don't have the cheese, and I'm stuck on 2544. Yeah, the cheese is another formation that it works through the entire game. That is why so many players utilize that Thorn cheese, is it works through all of AFK Arena. There's players every single stage, every single chapter through the entire game that still utilize the cheese. The Thorn cheese works. Lucretia, I believe that can deal up to 3.2 billion damage with right comps. Yeah, Lucretia was one of the biggest ones before. She was destroying, absolutely destroying the boss. She was the top damage dealer when it came to the last beta version we ran. But ultimately, I think Entendre can get a little higher because now we have the engraving. Before we didn't have the engraving. What's going on, Gaming Mike? Thank you for joining us. If Zorath isn't 3 of 9, is Leica better? Yes, probably. I would absolutely agree with you. Versing having Zorath, we can drop Leica in here. That is probably a much better one because I don't have the 3 of 9 and we still have no furniture for him. So maybe one day, hopefully, I'm still very hopeful that we can get Zorath's furniture. And again, I don't think this team comp is going to work. I think this is more of an Ulna team comp. And I'm not a huge fan of having Rain in here. A lot of players use Rain in this formation, which I'm thinking I might drop another Graveborn in here, but Rain has a shielding ability that a lot of players do utilize. Plus, she can really boost damage when it comes to heroes. Look at that, guys. Rain and Ezio get it done. 5 call is a problem for my cheese comp. Just entered 37 and got 100 of 600 fragments. Yeah, so if you don't have the 5-star call, Primas, the 5-star call, you run 5 heroes. If you have the 5-star call, you can run 3 heroes. You can run Thorn, you can run Lorzen, and you can run Kelthar, and it works very well. If you do not have the 5-star call, you have to run out 5 heroes. Just finished my open streaming and now watching yours. Oh, thank you, Gaming Mike. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I love streaming. It's so cool, guys. And I know a lot of players have started the content creating, but I love being able to talk to you guys. No one else in my life can I talk to about AFK Arena. This is really it, which I love, because I can talk to other players that love the same game that I do. And that's really the big thing and why I love doing this so much. It's very cool. Any chance you'd be playing Axie Infinity? So, Philip, I played Axie Infinity for several months. Wasn't super impressed with it, honestly. The game is kind of basic. There's not that much to it. Which, did I drop? Oh, we dropped out our team. So actually, I want to use my 5-pull team in here. Like I was saying, Axie Infinity, I played for quite a bit, but ultimately it got really boring pretty quick. And it was kind of the same struggle. I play Splinterlands, which is kind of similar to it. And then, like I said, Alluvium is coming out next year. We have a couple games that are going to be coming out in the near future, which I am super excited about. And Axie Infinity, again, I played for a little bit and overall wasn't 100% on board, wasn't super impressed with the game, to be honest. And the game is huge. I know the game is absolute monster game. I believe they have almost $8 billion. That is right, $1 billion of market cap, which is crazy. So I sold all my Axies. I actually got out of Axie Infinity. The game costs about $1,000 to get into. What was another reason? The game is very, very expensive to get into. If you're looking to get into the game, it runs about $1,000 to get your starting team of Axies. Which again, for most people, the viability for that is not there by any means, because that's a lot. Really cool. Happy. Oh yeah, those are my kids. It's very cool, guys. That is my wife and my 2 beautiful children that we're going trick-or-treating with in just a little bit. I want to finish the stage. I want to finish the stage. So we finished up 2 boss stages today, which would be awesome. We got to keep Rose alive. We got to keep Mahira alive. Boom. And I'm hoping we might have to change out this formation because, again, I don't think Zorath is really going to work in this one. Who else do we have back here? Going through, see, we could add, you know what? Let's go. And I've tried this one a couple times with Leonardo. Because if we can get the paint ability up, if we can get some of the crowd control up with Leonardo, he actually works fairly well. There we go. Team has taken themselves out. We got Rowan up front for the stun. It looks like Falks goes down. Gorvo goes down. Boom, we got Cirrus taking out Namora. We might have this one, guys. Gonna be close. Goes down. I think we got it. Yeah, that was my thought with Zorath. I figured Leonardo might make a difference. Just got to take out Lorzen. And he goes down, guys. Very nice. Very cool. That is what we were waiting for, guys. So let's see. So Thorn Cheese, guys, 1.8 billion damage. That is right, guys. Billion damage right there, which is insane. 1.44. Ein's not even doing that much damage. Here, 1.3 billion from Grez. Guys, not only utilizing Grez like we talked about earlier with the Twisted Realm. Look at that. 1.3 billion damage. Here, 1.6 billion. And then, of course, 781,273,000. Is Rosa's furniture worth investing in? Yes. I would absolutely say yes. A lot of players have said that her furniture is kind of broken, which we'll look at right now. I need 4 more pieces, but her furniture overall, I like this ability to be able to be triggered. In addition, guys, you have to remember this is going to address some of the issues with her survivability. So if Rosaline is dead, if Rose dies, not very effective at all, because a dead hero does nothing short of some of the heroes that remain their buff. But if she dies, most of the time, we're not going to we're not going to beat the stage, honestly. Just started working on Portal Party and Charizard. What would you recommend I do? Both of them are good. So Portal Party, players are using through 37, 38, 40, 40 plus. They're using Portal Party. Same with Charizard. They're using the exact same. They are using the exact same formations, guys. We've seen them both through the formations. These are kind of the 5 primary ones that I run because I have built them out. Portal Party is in there. Thorn Cheese is in there. So here we could even add Portal Party, but we got the Charizard. Got to get Zorath a little bit more built out. We got the 5 pull here, which again, you could drop Sophia in here. But overall, these team comps are working very well, and they're working through the remainder of the game. They're the end game team comps. I really feel like when you start getting into end game, it is chapter 37 plus. And I've said this from the beginning. When it comes to the end game, it is the pre-nerf. So anything that Lilith has not nerfed, I consider end game, which it used to be 32. When they did the nerf to 32 through 36, we moved it up to 36, and now chapter 37 is when you start getting an end game, because you can look at all of the players here, guys, that are stuck within this pre-nerf state, which is awesome. You know, I got infected with COVID-19, nothing to do but grind on YouTube. Watching your streams is my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, One More Step. If you guys are new to the channel, guys, subscribe, please subscribe. And the reason for it is we're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers. I think we already got 5 or 6 already today. We're trying to hit that 20,000 subscriber mark. We're going to do a giveaway when we do. Very cool to see. Never in my wildest dreams did I think it would be this popular and we would have this many subscribers from AFK Arena. This is really the only game that I've stuck with for 2 years now that we do the YouTube. We have our second channel. So if you want to sub to this channel or the second channel is all NFT gaming, which we're getting off the ground. Rosaline or Rowan, build them both. Guys, Rowan is your #1 priority, and I will say this again, #1 is Rowan. He will provide more support for your heroes than pretty much anyone else. He is, in my opinion, the #1 support hero when it comes to AFK Arena. The big reason is right here. Healthy supplies only triggers when heroes use it. Most of the other support heroes are reliant on to healing, overhealing, shielding, things of that nature. Rowan will only use these healthy supplies potions when they are required, making him very OP. When Rowan dropped, it went from chapter 18 to 22, 23 in a single night because he was such a absolute broken hero when they were dropped. What's going on? Carolyn, a brand new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for subbing. Yeah, we're going to hit that 100K. Again, I'm very motivated about it. I love doing it. This is something that is not going to change for the next months, weeks, years. I love doing YouTube. I love doing the streams and talking to you guys about the game. Again, I don't have anyone else to talk to video games about. So even, you know, Soviet Gamer and I were chatting on here. Vulcan and I were chatting on here, which we do through Discord a lot. Being able to talk to other players for the games that I love to play. I've been playing games my entire life. We just got a gaming system for my kids, which it's for Christmas. it's kind of the common thread that binds us all. Again, I have played games all the way back to Commodore, Atari, Nintendo, Intellivision. That is how old I am. But my entire life, I have played this. Many of you know Ultima Online. I started online. That was the break into online gaming. Moved into Dark Age of Camelot. 10 years of World of Warcraft. Now it's into just a bunch of different games, including AFK Arena. Played Clash of Clans for 5 years. A lot of different games out there that I've absolutely loved. And this game has stuck with me, guys. I love the game. I will play it until the game is no longer because it is very cool. King's Tower, real quick. Faction Towers past 450. Yes. So once we hit this 450 mark, you know it goes to double teams. A lot of players are stuck when it comes to double teams. Even the World Tree here, a lot of players are stuck when it comes to the double teams. It gets increasingly difficult. We're same Inferno Fortress. This is impossible. So this I don't have the heroes, and to make 2 teams of Celestials or 2 teams of Hypogean heroes, I don't even have a 5th hero. I don't have anyone else to put in here just as a sacrificial goat for Lucretia. And here we're trying to get these to work. Zorath I need built up a little bit more. Mizoth we don't have built at all. I cannot move through here. 0. I am stuck here. I tried this probably about 500 times when I was playing Splinterlands. Could not get through here at all because I don't have the heroes. I don't have them. I have them built out, the ones that I do have, but I need more heroes, which is the same. The Celestial Sanctum, I tried this probably about the same, about 500 times. Absolutely stuck because I don't have the heroes, which I finally built Athalia. She was really the one that I was missing because I didn't have enough damage just running more real to get through there. So I'm going to definitely try with Athalia. I haven't tried since I had Athalia up to Ascended, so I am definitely going to try pushing with her within that Celestial Tower, which would be awesome. Yeah, please bring the Dimensional Tower. Did I stick with World of Warcraft? No, I did not. World of Warcraft, again, I beta tested World of Warcraft, played it all the way through the Panda expansion. I played the 1 expansion past the, I think it was Pandoria or something. Don't even remember, but yeah, I played it all the way past the expansion, past that one. So all the way through from beta, which was kind of crazy. Every mobile game I played has only been played a few months. Yeah, exactly, Dark Blaine. I know Dark Blaine, big shout out to him, fellow content creator. He's trying to get his channel off of the ground as well. It takes time, guys. My second channel, I have over 500 subscribers already. We're getting it off the ground much faster than this one. This one took almost 8 months before we had our first 1,000 subscribers. Do I think Alma's plus 60 is worth it? Absolutely, guys. Again, if not just for the sheer stats, we have her at a plus 60 as well. She is a hero you're going to utilize. And that was the other thing that I did is when you break down your team formations, and this is really an important thing before we conclude here for the live stream, look at your formations, and this is how I was building heroes. Formations will change, metas will change, but even though they change, they will still be viable. The God tier comp is still a viable formation, which we see Rowan here, we see the twins here, we see Mahira, we see Aziz in a couple of these formations. The God tier comp was the ultimate carry back in the day. The formation still works. The fundamentals are there. The formations still work. So building out the heroes that are the core heroes, the priority heroes, following the wish list from day one really makes a difference when it comes to making your progression within here. And Swift, we have another brand new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Been playing WoW for 16 years from beta to Battle of Azeroth. Yeah, WoW I quit a while ago, and I was so hardcore into World of Warcraft. We had corporate sponsors. We had Blizzard Entertainment behind us. A lot of my friends still play World of Warcraft. A lot of them still do have sponsors. But we were top ranked. I think we're in about the top 25 in the world when we played World of Warcraft. So the time that it took to play that game, Sheen Evil, was astronomical. And that was long before, one, I had a wife, and two, before I had children. So really a game changer. Wife will only put up with it for so long before it is no longer viable to put, 4 to 6 hours per night into a game such as World of Warcraft. But very cool game indeed. Probably the biggest game that there's ever been. But Alluvium, I think, is going to be much bigger, guys. All right, so that will conclude it for our Halloween live stream. If you guys are going out, be safe tonight, guys. We are taking the children out trick-or-treating, so it's going to be very cool. I stay here and pass out all my candy. We have everything stacked, ready to go for Halloween tonight. So guys, again, big shout out to all of the subscribers, almost 20,000 strong at this point. Absolutely love playing games and will continue again for the rest of my life. It's very cool. So happy Halloween to you guys. Be safe out there tonight. I know people can get kind of crazy. Make sure you guys are safe. And as always, thank you guys for watching.